Hello and welcome back to Friday Flow. My name is Michela and I am a Pilates and yoga instructor here at the Rec Center. And today we're here for some yoga. We'll move, we'll stretch, we'll work on some core work, and hopefully we'll feel better than we feel now, getting ready for the weekend. If you've never practiced yoga with me, I am not going to play any music, so you are welcome to turn on whatever playlist you like, or if you're watching this later, just turn on whatever music, or otherwise you can just flow along to your own breathing pattern. But we'll go ahead and get ready on our mat. Today, we don't need any props, it's just us and the mat. So go ahead and find your comfortable position on the ground. You can crisscross, you can come on your knees, stretch the legs out, whatever works. And we'll start with a little bit of breath work. But before we start focusing on the breath, I want you to focus on where your heart is in space. So a lot of us, when we sit down, we lean forward. That's just where we are. We're always moving in the future, moving forward. So I want you to bring that heart back a little, right over your sitting bones, right over your hips. So your core is going to have to engage a little bit more. And maybe your back muscles will have to engage some. Relax the shoulders, maybe shake the head. And now we focus on the breath. So we'll close the eyes. And we can start by taking a few deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling through the nose. And again, deep breath in and deep breath out. So we keep focusing on the breath and we breathe on our own for a few rounds. And we take some time to check in with ourselves. Noticing how we're doing today on a physical level, emotional level, and mental level. Just scanning the body, searching for any sign of stress, discomfort, maybe stiffness. Maybe noticing if we feel a little tired today, or if we have energy. Also being conscious of any injuries we might be coming back from. Just kind of making a mental checklist of what we need to be mindful of today as we flow and as we practice. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and deep exhale all the way. Letting go of anything that does not serve us to right now. Letting go of any bad thought or anything that we're holding on to that we just don't need right now. So go ahead, as you keep the eyes closed, we're going to bring the shoulders up to the ears as we take a deep inhale. And exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. 2 more times. Inhale up. And exhale back and down. Last time, inhale. And exhale back and down. Let's reverse it, bringing the shoulders up on that inhale. And exhaling, bringing the shoulders forward and down. Twice more. And as we bring the shoulders forward, really create space between your shoulder blades. Take your wings out. And slowly we're going to take a deep inhale, reach the hands up to the sky, eyes can be closed still, and bringing the hands at heart. Taking a few moments here, again, still to just check in, maybe setting a mantra or an affirmation for ourselves. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and slowly open the eyes, gazing in front of you. You're present. You're here in this moment. We're just going to focus on what's going on our mat. Nothing else matters. We're going to interlace the fingers, bringing the palms forward. Go ahead and tuck the chin to chest, rounding as you press those hands far away from the body. And then inhale, reach the hands up to the sky, growing taller, lifting the gaze. And exhale, tuck the chin, slide the hands down, rounding. And inhale, rise up. One more time, exhale, tuck the chin, round, reach those hands forward. And we're going to twist a little bit to the side. And then the side. You can go right, left, it doesn't matter. We're just going side to side. And as we keep that chin tucked in, I'm looking right at my belly button. Side to side. And then coming back to the middle. Go ahead and release and come all the way back up. Let's go for a big side stretch up and over to the right. And then up and over to the left. And once more, side to side. Maybe the elbow comes down as you reach far, far. And other way. Beautiful. Coming back to the middle. Go ahead and make your way through your hands and knees. We're going to face the short edge of the mat. Bringing those knees under the hips and the hands under the shoulders. Finding a really strong grounding. We're going to move through our cat and cow. Drop the belly, lift the chest and the gaze up. And as we exhale deeply, we tuck the chin, we tuck the tail. And again, big inhale, open the front of the body. Exhale, back of the heart, up to the sky as you round through. Two more. Inhale. And big exhale. And one more. Inhale. And then exhale. Coming back to the middle. Go ahead and extend your right leg back. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to press the heel toward the ground. Big stretch in the back of the leg. Deep breaths. Go ahead and slowly stack the shoulders over the wrist again, hips over the knee, lifting the right foot off the ground. We're going to reach the left hand forward for spinal balance. And we're going to hold here, my friends. So we really engage the abs. We're pressing into the mat. The shoulder, the left shoulder is away from the ear. Deep breaths. Think you're reaching to the wall, forward and behind you. Maybe the abs are shaking. It's okay. Slowly bring the hand down, the knee down. Take a little child's pose. Take a moment. Maybe rolling the wrists. And then slowly coming back up onto our hands and knees. We're going to extend that left leg back, tuck the toes, press the heel down. Big stretch. Then slowly recover. Keep those abs engaged. Lift the toes off the ground. This time the right hand reaches forward. And we're gazing at the mat right between where our hands are. One more deep breath. Go ahead and bring the hand down, the knee down. Take another child's pose. Maybe sway the hips side to side. And slowly tucking the toes under, exhaling, lifting up, finding a down dog. Go ahead and pedal the heels. Walk your dog. And then gently, when you're ready, meet me at the top of the mat. Go ahead and walk your feet forward. Finding a forward fold. Maybe softening the knees, grabbing the elbows. Exhale, just let the spine hang. The head is heavy. And we can sway side to side if it feels good, or we can just hold still. Coming back to the center, release the hands down to the mat. Head is still super heavy. We're going to shake the head no and nod the head yes. Slowly bringing the hands to the shins, lifting up the chest, coming halfway for our monkey pose. Exhale, fold down. Bend the knees, tuck the tail, slowly roll it all the way up to standing. Big inhale, hands up. Sweeping up, palms together, interlace the fingers. Pointer fingers are out. We're lifting the gaze, lifting the chin, slight back bend in the spine. Deep breaths. Release the hands as you keep gazing up. Bringing the hands by our side, maybe even slightly reaching back to where the back corners off the mat. Big heart opener. Big inhale, sweep the hands up again. Exhale, soften knees, dive down to your forward fold. 3 monkeys. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. And inhale, lift. And exhale, down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And we step back that right foot. Dropping the knee, untucking the toes, reaching all the way up to the sky. Shoulders are down. Deep breaths. Hands come down to the mat, step it back to a child's pose. As you're in your child's pose, reach those fingertips far away as you bow your head. We're going to tuck the tail under and tucking the chin to the chest. We're going to start shifting forward, slowly coming into a kneeling plank. We still keep tucking, tuck, 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 tuck. And then at the very last bit, we lift the chest, lift the gaze forward. So we created a little wave. Now we bring the hips up to the sky. Go ahead and lift the tailbone up. Slowly press into the hands, make your way back. Let's do that one more time. So we tuck the chin, tuck the tail, slowly rounding through the cat pose as you're shifting into your kneeling plank, lifting the chest at the end. Then we lift that tailbone, think cow pose, shifting back. Beautiful. We'll do these spinal waves quite a few times today. So one more time, we inhale forward, tuck as you go. Shoulders back. Now we go down. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest for cobra. And exhale, press away. Come back to your child's pose. We're going to step that right foot forward. Kneeling lunge on the other side, reaching the hands up to the sky. Lift the gaze, melt the shoulders. Go ahead and release the hands down, step it back. You find a down dog, tuck the toes, lift up. Go ahead and pedal the heels. And slowly walking forward, back to forward fold. 3 more monkeys. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale, fold. And inhale. And exhale, fold. Last time. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Reaching the arms out. We reverse all the way up. Palms together, interlace the fingers, point your fingers out, lift the gaze. Looking up. Release the hands, flow the hands down as the chest keeps shining up. Reaching for the back corners. Think you're standing outside in the warm sun. Inhale, reach the hands back up. Exhale back down. We step it back with the right foot one more time. This time the knee stays off the ground, reaching the hands up to the sky, finding a crescent lunge. The back heel is nice and lifted. Can we sit a little lower, bending that front knee, deep breaths. Think someone is pulling you from the head all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. We're gonna lift the left hand up, twisting toward the front leg. Big twist. Deep breaths. Bringing the hand back down. Go ahead and drop the back knee down, untucking the toes. We're gonna walk that left foot off the edge of the mat. So walking the foot to the left, like so. And then slowly we can allow those hips to meld into the ground. We have options here. We can keep the hands on the ground, or we can bring the elbows to the ground. Whatever feels good today. You just listen to what your body has to say today, whether it's you're here or you go down. Wherever we go, we think of lengthening the spine, lifting through the chest. Again, someone is pulling me all the way up. One more breath. And exhale all the way. Bringing the hands back on the ground if we were on our elbows. Go ahead and walk that left foot under your shoulder joint. So slowly walk it in. Both hands to the ground. Tuck the toes of the back foot. Lift the knee. Step it back. Find your down dog. Now remember that wave we created in our kneeling plank? We're going to create it from here. So start tucking the tail, tuck the chin as you slowly shift forward to your plank, lifting the gaze of the chest, the visualized bit, soften the knees, send the hips to the sky, press back to that down dog. Now, my friends, this is a lot in the shoulders. If we do not feel strong enough today, come back to that kneeling plank variation. And again, tucking the tail wherever we are. Shifting forward, lift the gaze, soften the knees, bring the hips back. You got it, one more. Inhale, our abs and shoulders are working really hard. Lift through. And then send the hips back. Go ahead and release the knees down. Find a child's pose. Maybe bring the forehead to the ground and bring the hands by the sides of the feet. Deep breaths here. Just melting into the ground. And gently reach the hands forward, tuck the toes, lift up, find your down dog, and gently walk the feet forward. Inhale halfway, and exhale down. Reverse all the way up to the top. Go ahead and bring the hands at heart this time. Closing the eyes, pressing into the hands. And just going back to our mantra, our affirmation, or maybe the reason why we showed up to our mat today. Go ahead and take a deep inhale, sweep the arms up, 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 up. And exhale, dive. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. Stepping back left foot. Back to that crescent lunge. Reaching all the way up to the sky. Can we sink a little deeper? Bending that right knee. Deep breaths. Gently bringing the hands down to the mat. Reaching the right hand up to the sky as we twist toward our front leg. Deep breaths. Bring the hand back down to the ground. This time we drop the back knee, untucking the toes, walking that right foot off the edge of the mat so we can find lizard on this side, allowing the hips to sink. And then once again, option to keep the hands on the ground or bringing the elbows to the ground. Checking in with our body, not assuming that each side is the same. Sometimes we can notice a big difference between one side and the other. So be kind to your body. Keep lifting through the chest, lifting through the spine. One more breath. Hands to the ground, lifting up, walking that right foot under the shoulder joint one more time. Tucking the toes of the back foot, lifting the knee, step it back, down dog. We're back to the spinal waves. You can opt to stay in down dog or coming down to child's pose. So we're going to take a deep inhale, shifting forward to that plank or kneeling plank as we round through the spine. Lift the gaze at the end. Soften the knees, send the hips all the way up as you push into the hand. And again, inhale forward. Exhale back. And it's okay if you're shaking and wobbling. It is a lot of work. Holding in that plank. Go ahead and exhale down. And take a deep inhale up. Up dog. Go ahead and bend the knees. Find your child's pose. Once again, bowing the head. Bringing the arms by the sides. And resting here. Maybe rolling the wrists. And swaying the hips side to side. Reaching the fingertips forward toward the short edge of the mat, the top of the mat. Taking a deep inhale. Keep the hips down, keep the hands on the ground, lift the chest, gazing at the top of our mat. And exhale, bow your head. And again, big inhale, lift up, gaze at the top of the mat. Exhale, bow your head. Maybe we just shake the head no slowly, rubbing the forehead onto the ground, massaging the third eye. Slowly tucking the toes, lifting the hips, finding that down dog one more time. Go ahead and walk the feet forward. Meet me at the top in our forward fold. Back to our three monkeys. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Slowly reverse all the way up. Up, 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 up. And then bringing the hands at heart. Closing the eyes. Taking 2 deep breaths. Centering. Bringing our mind back if it started to wander. And then releasing the hands by our side. We're going to meet wide onto our mat. So we're going to face each other. And we're going to go straight into balance. You're probably like, what? We haven't done warriors yet. Yeah, we're switching it up today. So we're just gonna do a little tree pose to see where we are and how we're doing with balance, because the next portion of our float is gonna require quite a bit of balance. So bringing the hands at heart, pressing into the hands, shoulders relaxing down, start zipping up the abs, use your root lock, mula bandha, shifting the weight onto our right leg. We're gonna slowly find our tree pose, whether it's an ankle, below the knee, above the knee, just not the knee. That's always the rule. Lifting up. Beautiful. And then today, instead of growing branches, we're just gonna reach the arms out. Palms are toward the floor. It's almost like you're on an airplane today. Shoulders are relaxed, gazing forward. Pick a point, a spot to look at. We're gonna flip the palms up to the sky, and then flip the palms down. And then flip the palms up, and then flip the palms down. One more time, up and down. Bring right hand to the head, left hand to the tummy, and tap and roll. There's your joke for today. This is quite challenging. And then slowly release. We do that sometimes in class. I miss hearing your laughter when we do this, but it helps to let go of any of that tension. So let's go to the other side. Here we go. Shifting to the left. And bringing that foot, either ankle, below the knee, above the knee. Really growing tall. And then reaching the arms out. Palms are down. Think you're pressing on a table. Palms flip up and down. So every time we flip the palms up and down, we're adding movement to our tree pose, which makes it even more difficult, right? Palms up, we hold it there. Left hand to the top of the head. Right hand to the tummy. And now it's just brain work. This side doesn't work as well. And then release. Come back to your mountain pose. Maybe shift the legs. Very good. So let's move into our warrior float. It's going to be a lot of core, some upper shoulder strength, and some balance work. So go ahead and start by just finding a straddle, stepping a little wider than our hips. We take a deep inhale up, and exhale, flow the arms down. And again, inhale up, and exhale, bring the arms out. Again, same thing as your tree, you're pressing down, you're really strong. We're gonna pivot the left foot so our toes are facing the top of our mat. Bending that front knee, we're in our warrior two. Settle in, maybe step a little wider if you need to, coming into our warrior two. We're gonna go low today, sinking. As we take a deep inhale, reach the hands up, stretch that front leg, and exhale, sink. Looking at our left hand, at our ring finger, inhale, reach, and exhale, sink. Inhale, reach, and exhale, sink. Come back up. Now you have the option to keep continuing with this flow. If you want to work on that balance even more, you can lift that left heel coming up to the tippy toes. Same thing, dip and up. Stretch the leg and dip and up. One more time, dip. Hold it there, drop the heel, warrior two. Bring the elbow to the thigh, reaching up and over to side angle, big side stretch. Exhale back to your reverse. Stay low, my friend. And again, flowing down. This time we switch to a triangle. Stretch that front leg, hand to the shin, to the ankle, to the floor. Opening up. Very good. Bend that front knee. Coming back to our warrior two, we stretch the front leg. Pivot the toes forward. Inhale, flow the arms up. And exhale, dive forward into your straddle. Deep breaths. Now listen carefully. We're going to lift onto our hands, find that monkey pose, flat back. And go ahead and soften both knees. You're going to slowly press onto your hands, bring that left knee down. The right leg is out, nice and straight. Beautiful, reach it up, find your gate pose, nice and tall. Flowing the left hand down, the right hand up to the sky. We're coming to a modified side plank. We can stay here, or we can step out to a full plank, a full side plank if that's where we wish to be. Or in our modified side plank, we can just choose to come up to the fingertips. So we're working that core. So wherever you are, whether it's here or in your side plank, we're gonna hold for 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Can you look up to the sky? Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Bring that left knee down one more time. Let's go up and over, almost like in a reverse warrior. And coming back to the middle. Go ahead and bring the knee in. We're going to transition to the other side before we go into warriors. I'm switching all up to you today. Here we go. Side, either modified side plank or full side plank, wherever we are. 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Can you gaze up to the sky? Inhale. And exhale. Slowly bring that right knee down. Exhale up and over toward the left leg. And coming back up to the sky, gate pose. Grow tall, 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 tall. Go ahead and bring the hands down. Slowly bring both knees in. Take a little child's pose. Once again, maybe bringing the hands by the feet. Hands on the ground. Go ahead and just slowly tuck the toes and step the feet out. Find that straddle. One more time. Head is super heavy. Inhale, lift up halfway. Find that monkey. Exhale, back down. You're going to bend the knees, tuck the tail, and slowly make your way back up. Beautiful. Reach the arms out. Nice and strong. Turn the toes toward, right foot. Toes toward the short edge of the mat. Bend the knees, sink deep. Here we go. It's our warrior two. So we flow. We inhale, stretch that front leg. Arms come up. Exhale, sink. Inhale, up. And exhale, sink. Even those shoulders right over the hips. Inhale. And exhale. You can continue here or lifting that right heel up. Working on that balance, really using the inner thighs and the abs to stabilize. One more, you got it. Ooh, shakes. Slowly come back to that warrior two. We're gonna drop the heel, elbow to the thigh, side angle. And exhale back to reverse. And one more time, side angle, straight into triangle. Lift up, gazing at the top of the sky. Bending the front knee. Go ahead and flow back to that reverse. One more time. Stay low, my friend. And then slowly back to warrior two, stretching that front leg, turning the toes forward. Last straddle. Inhale. Exhale, dive. Hold it here for just a couple of breaths. You can shake the head no, nod the head yes. And pressing onto the hand, slowly bend the knees, stay low. You're gonna bring one knee in and then the other coming to our knees. Beautiful. Let's make our way down to our back so we can stretch a little bit before Shavasana. We're gonna just find ourselves onto our comfy back, tugging the tail as we roll down. Bringing the knees to chest, hugging tight, and rocking side to side. Maybe drawing circles with the knees, one way, and then the other. Go ahead and bring the feet down on the ground. We're going to cross the right ankle onto the left thigh, pressing that knee far away. So I bring my right hand onto my right thigh and literally just press away. Immediately, you can feel that right hip creating space in the hip socket. We have really tight hip flexor. This should feel really good. Then we thread the right hand between the thighs, grabbing the left hamstring or knee, pulling close to the chest, but we drop that tailbone down. Think you're connected to the mat from the back of the head all the way down to the tailbone. Deep breaths. You've arrived. From here on, it's just stretches and relaxing. And gently release, uncross, and maybe sway the knees side to side, tiny spinal twists. And then we cross the left foot onto the right thigh. Again, press the left hand onto the left thigh. Create some space. Threading the left hand between the thighs, grabbing that right hamstring or knee, pulling close as you drop the tailbone. Maybe closing the eyes, slowing down our breath. And releasing and crossing. Bringing both knees into the chest, hugging tight and rocking side to side. Bringing the feet up to the sky as we keep the knees bent in toward the chest. We can grab the outside of the shins, the outside of the feet, or using the peace fingers, grabbing our big toes. Just holding here, dropping that tailbone again, flattening the spine as you actively press the heels into the sky. This is our bed bug. Can we slowly try to stretch that right leg a little bit more? And bend it in. And then left leg stretches a little bit. It's okay if it does not stretch all the way. And bend it. Can we stretch the right leg out to the side? And bend it in. And then left leg to the side. And come back in. Bring the knees out, heels together, come into almost a butterfly, and just start rocking side to side, shifting into happy baby. From here on, explore. Do whatever feels good. You can stretch the legs, you can rock back and forth. This is your last chance to take care of your body. There we go. Sorry, friends. My mic went off. I was rocking too much. All right, go ahead and release the legs back down, feet to the ground, knees to the sky. We're just going to twist side to side a little. A few more twists before we find a comfy position. All right. So we're going to make our way into Shavasana. If you feel uncomfortable laying down with your legs all stretched out, you can always opt to bend the knees, feet to the ground, come into a butterfly, or even laying on the side, especially as we're transitioning into flu season and sinus infections. So sometimes it's easier to breathe on the side. I'm going to choose, as always, to come up to a seated position so I can speak better. We'll go ahead and start by closing the eyes wherever you are, whichever pose you choose to be in. I'm going to ask you to relax the shoulders, relax the neck, and allow your body to soften, to melt into the ground. Maybe envisioning a steady flow of rain, or maybe you're in a stream and there's just water flowing down your body and all around you. And if water scares you, don't worry. You're in a safe space. The water is not deep. So you just feel this rush of water all over your body. It's cleansing you. It's keeping you cool. And it's washing away any bad thought or any stress that you don't need today. Taking a few full breaths, just relaxing. Maybe focusing on any sound in the room where you're currently laying. Is there any sound that sticks out to you? Maybe you have a friendly pet next to you. Maybe you're somewhere close to nature and you can hear some birds chirping. Maybe you're in the middle of the city and you can hear the life outside of your room. So wherever you are, we take a deep inhale through the nose and a deep exhale all the way out. And again, deep inhale and exhale. And slowly we start to wiggle the toes and wiggle the fingers. Maybe rolling the wrists and rolling the ankles. And when you're ready, taking your sweet time, you're going to make your way to a comfortable seated position. Bring the hands at heart and sign of gratitude. And today we'll complete our practice by bowing our heads as we close the eyes for a little bit of introspection. And taking 5 final breaths here. Feeling thankful for the time we had today to practice. Feeling grateful for this safe space we can gather on. Feeling thankful for our bodies and for the way they supported us today. And feeling grateful for everything we were able to achieve. Big things and especially small things. We take one more inhale through the nose, and as we exhale, bow down and say namaste. Thank you.